Hello guys and welcome back to Pro Web Coder. Today I'm going to talk about creating cart template, and before that, if you have not even watched what I did in previous videos, you can always subscribe to my channel and see what I've created in the previous videos. So what I'm doing is I'm creating things from scratch. I'm trying to explain the logic behind it using the Shopify theme documentation and making it really simple for you to develop Shopify themes. So as as of now, I'm just going to talk about cart template, how to create the cart template, how to create the basic things. For example, what happens in a cart. We do have the line items. We do have uh, the quantity. We can update the quantity. We can remove the product from the cart, and that is three things. And finally, moving things to checkout. And yeah, that is it. And a little bit glimpse of about the prop line item properties which can be added. But yeah, so that will be in details. So before that, let's see what we have. We have this whole structure, which is like these are some example products. That's how it's looking. We can do few things from over here, but I'm gonna explain it from the scratch. So I'm just gonna tell you how to create. So that's the structure provided by the Dawn theme. So we are going to override the structure. That's the main cart. So let's see what we are going to create. We are going to create a we have this main cart dot items. So we'll just remove these things, whatever thing we don't require over here, uh, under the template. So will remove this, and we'll remove this as well. We'll remove this, and okay, so guide items. Right, let's see, did we miss something? Main cart. Okay, so let's see how we had that product dot alter. So we'll have a main section over here, just like this, just like we had other sections. So we'll just create a main section, which would be this, and we'll remove other sections we don't need it, and we'll remove them. That should be main cart that we are going to create. At the moment, we don't have that main cart dot section. We don't have that main cart section, so we'll be creating that main cart section. So so it should be main cart. Again, uh, we'll be able to create that. So let's save it, and yeah, let's go back to the backend. Let's see what we have it now in here now. Okay, so I believe it didn't save. Main cart does not refer to an existing section because we didn't create any section. So let's create a section. Main cart dot liquid. So now we'll be able to save it. Main exist in order. Main cart section ID main must exist in order. Okay, must exist in sections. Okay, right. So let's actually create it. So I believe it should be main, not main cart over here. And yeah, that's and let's see if we have something over here. Let's refresh it. Was it able to? Yeah, we have this main cart now coming up. So cool. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to follow the documentation. Let's see what we have in the documentation. So let's open Shopify theme dev documentation and build a new theme. And then architecture, we have sections, uh we have, sorry, templates. So we'll go to cart template. We are looking for somewhat like this, not the structure, the layout, not whatever it's doing. So what we are going to do is we are going to have this title, we can have this image, we can get the price, quantity, and then total price, something like that. And yeah, so what it says in the documentation is just you should include the cart object. Let's see the cart object. It's this cart object. We can access the cart object from this part. And what we have in cart object is items, which is an array which shows the total number of items which are present. Then items subtotal price, items subtotal price, and so on, I believe. So what we do have in item, mm, is what we are going to see. All right, so let's check. Yeah, let's begin the coding over here. Let's see the documentation. And now what we can do is I talk about the single line item. Like, for example, this is a single line item, this is another single line item. Now if we want to include this, we can just follow this thing, this for loop, to get through the items. So we have this main cart.json dot liquid, and again that's a section. We can add something over here. Let's see if we are able to update it. Yeah, we are able to update it. Now inside this we'll be able to add, we can access the item object over here. Item, now item dot, now what we want is the name, that should be the title in case. Item dot items, we have this items, and inside the items we have this items dot title, right? That's just like a product information which we have, item dot title. And then we should be able to access item dot price. Yeah, let's see what we can. So let's arrange it in a table. So we'll just build a simple table, which I'll just do it with the help of not the table, I would say. Let's put it inside a div class equal to outer, well, line item, make it line item, and inside a line item we'll be able to put pricing div. That's a div which is ending, and then inside it we'll put another div and name it something else, uh, line item title, right? And under line item title we are going to put the item title. Then we'll just put another div, name it line item price, item price, and then we'll be able to put the line item price over here. That's what we are looking for, I guess. That's what we are looking at. I think so. So then another div class. Now what else do we need? We have this item title. Let's print this for now and see what we've got over here, and we'll just make it a little bit nice with the help of some CSS. If I refresh this, we have this price and line item, and let's do one thing. Let's wrap this whole thing up in another div class equal to cart items. And again, you are free to use your, because this is not a HTML and CSS class. It's just to get your information clear in terms of the what we can create with Shopify documentation. So let's see what we have now. We can actually use display flex over here, and under flex we'll just make it this, so that again line item should be display flex, and we'll just ensure that they are end to end, not end to end, but yeah, inside this one like this. And well, this is what we require over here. Let's do it this way only, all right, for now. And we can just give it a border, a good border. Just to make it look a little bit okayish, I would say. Not a very good way to and we are going to end the style over here, and we'll put this thing over here, and again this thing, line item, just for now, just to make things look better. We'll also so line item, and inside line item, anything with a div would have a border left, not left, right, pixel solid, and yeah, and it should be hash ccc. We can make some padding 10 pixel, just to make things again well, it's not super beautiful, I would say, but yeah, just to make things look clear, we are just using this whole layout. So we have this, and we can just make it we can make this whole width not 100%, 80%, and we'll make it margin 0 autos to centerize it and give some spacing from the top as well. So we have this layout again, not super beautiful, but yeah, it does the job for you to understand this thing. And let's give title minimum width. So width equal to 30%. We have this width 30% of this, so that we do have the price also, item price, and we should be using money format with currency, right? So that it looks save it, and now we should have the money format with currency. So looking good. We need a line item to be a border bottom, 1 pixel solid hash ccc, and now it's looking good. I like it. It's looking reasonable. So I'll not take much of a time onto this now. Let's keep this as it is for now. We have this title, we have this price, we have now again whatever we need, the pricing. And now let's move on to the next thing. We have item price, whatever we can access. Another thing is the div class equal to image line item image, right? So we'll keep this. So item dot featured image, like let's see what we have. This item dot so we have this item dot image. Let's see if we get this image, and that should be image URL image tag, and let's see what we have got over here with this. Right, yeah, we got the image. So probably very good way to get the image. So yeah, next thing is for example, if I want to remove it, now what the documentation says. Let's see what the documentation says, how to remove this. Or if we want to submit it and get the values to the checkout, we can just simply use this, the action. Okay, now this doesn't do anything at the moment. For it to do anything, we should be wrapping this whole stuff, this whole for loop within a form. Okay, the form should be this one. Okay, so I'll wrap this up inside the form, and again I'll close the form just in case I don't forget. And now this, as whenever we submit a form, it goes somewhere. That somewhere is this root URL. So now on submit, what we should be doing on submit, we should be moving it to the checkout. Okay, so we have the submit. Now this thing should be working. Let's see if there is a button which comes up or pops up as a submit. That's a checkout button which comes up now. So if I click on checkout, I'll be able to check out with these two items. So pretty good, pretty good. Now what else we can do with this? If I want to, okay, not this one but this one, sorry. So let's see what we can do next. Okay, so if I want to remove an item, we can just remove it from over here. Yeah, see the liquid object, this object, we can get the items subtotal price also. So if I want to get the subtotal price of overall all the items which are present inside this, so let's see what's the item subtotal price. We are not going with this. Let's put it in here. We have items subtotal price. Let's see if we have that items subtotal price listed over here. So that should be cart dot items subtotal price. So cart dot items, because this is an object and object value is contained in here. All right, so we do have, again, make it money with currency so that it shows the currency price, not some random price. So we have this overall subtotal. Why 799? We have some quantities over here, so we'll just item dot quantity, we'll put some item dot quantity over here. That's okay. Let's see what we have in here. If I want to remove an item, we can remove it through over here, but before that, let's get the item quantity. So if we want to update a line item quantity, that for that we use this text and name equal to updates and value equal to item dot quantity. So let's put in over here. So again, div class equal to line item quantity, and again I'll close this and put this whole thing in here. Let's see what we have got with this. Refresh this. We have this good looking, pretty looking, we have this item quantity, how much quantity we have. So I think so that gives you enough information about this. And again, if I want to remove it, we'll have this remove. So one more thing, if you want to update the quantity, this quantity, you can just use this submit. And there is another thing which is through JavaScript, which I'll be telling in later chapters when I would be building complete theme. So just for now, we can just have this another value over here, I would say break, and with this break I'll just include this update card thing, so that whenever I want to update any card information, I'll make it like 58. If I make it 58, see, the price would change to something else. So I'm easily able to update the quantity. Now the last thing would be to remove the remove item. Let's put it like this. Move line item remove, and div, and for that we'll just copy this, which is a href and item to url, item dot url to remove. So it's very easy. It's just we add ahref, and then the url should be item dot item so item dot url to remove. So first of all, I think so there is an error in here which I'll be able to fix. Item, okay, url to remove, it's something like this, yeah, to remove, and it should not be closing, a and remove. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Yeah, we have this remove, and if I click on the remove thing, if you see bottom over here, you'll see that the quantity variable is 0 in this case, quantity variable. So if I remove this, it will actually remove the product, so I'll remove it, and yeah, that's being removed. And again, if I go to checkout, I'll be able to check out with this particular product only. So let's see what we have got over here. We learned about this thing, the title. There are a lot of stuffs which object, the the object, the items object has a lot of things which we can access. That's the same as product. We can access a lot of other stuffs, item dot title, item dot value, like item dot. So there, with item, we've got a lot of other stuff. We can item dot whatever we want to access, we can access with that item dot. Even the line item properties, these line item properties would be in the case if you want to add certain other stuff in your line item, in your cart, which would be through if you want for example, if you want another stuff in this. Okay, we can actually access one more thing. We can access with this title. We can item dot url, that should be item dot url. Okay, and that would give the item dot url, which we can use again. That's the url. We can go to this particular product also. And about line item properties, those are if you want to check in detail, you can check through line item properties. You can display these properties on the product page. Now, what are line item properties? If you want something some extra stuff apart from the variants, you can include that with the help of these line item properties. That again I am going to discuss in brief with your with the within the upcoming chapters. But yeah, almost done with this, and I think so that is it. We can actually access all of these things with item. So we have this item title, item discount, item.sku, we can get the SKU also, and item.id. So those are some other stuffs, like we can get uh, item.id, we can get item dot well, final line price. That's what we are looking for. Final line price. Let's save it. Give it a break. Final line price would be 600. You see this, and again that we can wrap in money with currency. So we can put the price. Yeah, we have this price. We have the the variant ID, or item ID. So a lot of things can be done with this. So if in case like we want certain things to show up, we can design it in that way. But these are the basics of item, I would say, the cart page. So that's all for today now, and I'll be coming with another tutorial based on collections. Let's see, we have under documentation, we do have the next topic as collection, and I'm gonna move downwards from top to bottom, and I'll be discussing each and every page over here. And once we are done with these pages, I'll move on to create better sections. I'll be able to I'll be helping you to create sections, section groups, config, locale, and then final settings. All right, so stay tuned. In case you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, and I'll see you next time in next video. Thank you.